Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Shri Dhanvantri Pharmacy College, in association with Satayu, present a webinar on organ donation awareness. So today we are going to have a very humble and knowledgeable speaker with us, that is Ms. Bhavna Chhabaria. I want to give a brief introduction regarding Ms. Bhavna Chhabaria before starting this honorable course. So, Ms. Bhavna Chhabaria is the Chief Executive Officer of Satayu. She has been relentlessly working for the causes of organ donation awareness. Since past 10 years with Satayu, she wholeheartedly dedicates most of her time to this noble cause through a Satayu with a strong vision and even a stronger convictions. Her passion for the cause has led her to take the onus upon herself to increase the rate of organ donation by educating and motivating the people and in terms of savings of lives. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining with us today. Our students are eagerly waiting for you for the awareness camp regarding the organ donation. Thank you for joining up to the Sri Dhanvantri Pharmacy College. Ma'am, you can start. I am going to hand over to you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. I'm Bhavna Chhabaria from Satayu, the Gift of Life. I'm going to talk about organ donation today. I'm going to explain the entire procedure of organ donation. What is organ donation? Which all organs can be donated? When they can be donated? Who can donate these organs? I'll be giving a short presentation. I usually start my presentation with a short movie, post which I'll be explaining the procedure. So without further ado, I'll start the movie. Just a moment, I think.
Ma'am, voice is not audible, ma'am. Is it a voice movie? Voice is not.
Voice is not audible. Okay, I think there's some issue. I'll try it again. 1 second. One second. I'll try it again. I think there's some issue with the network. Please let me know if the voice is not audible again. Yeah, I'm trying it again.
Sure, sure. No, ma'am.
Not audible?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start with the presentation directly.
Sure, ma'am.
Right. Okay. The movie was about eye donation. I'm sure you all must have heard about eye donation. You all know what eye donation is. When a person after their death gives the gift of, donates their eyes and gives the gift of sight to two people, it is called eye donation. We all know about it, but we hardly think about it. We don't think about pledging our eyes. A lot of efforts have also been made by the government to spread awareness about this cause. But still a lot of people are not aware about organ donation. They do not know which all organs can be donated or in which situation they can be donated. So with that, I'll start my presentation. I would like to give you a brief about my organization, Shatayu, the Gift of Life. Shatayu is derived from the age-old blessing from the Indian scriptures, Shatayu Bhava, which means live until you are 100. We may not be able to live 100 years, but if we decide to donate our organs and tissues, we can live 100 years and even more through others. Shatayu is a non-profit organization, which is a public service initiative by Govindbhai C. Patel Foundation, and it is supported by Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited. Our founder, Mr. Deepak Patel, had undergone a heart transplant in 2004. Since he got a second chance at life because of his transplant, he has dedicated his second life for spreading more awareness about this cause. Shatayu was evolved with the twofold objectives of increasing awareness about organ donation in India and broadening the mindset of people towards the gift of life. So we not only create awareness and educate people about organ donation, but also facilitate the process of organ donation. A few facts about organ donation that I would like to highlight today. India has the lowest rate of organ donation in the world at 0.26 per million population. The highest rate is that of Spain at 35 per million population. So in Spain, for every 10 lakh people, there are 35 people who are actually donating their organs. And in India, there's not even one person per 10 lakh people who's donating their organs. So you can see the rate of organ donation in India is dismally low as compared to other countries. 15 people die each day due to shortage of transplantable organs. Every day, 15 people are losing their lives because not enough transplantable organs are available. Not enough people are coming forward to donate their organs. Every 18 minutes, a new name is added to the transplant waiting list. When a person needs to undergo a transplant, they have to get their name registered in the waiting list of a transplant hospital. Every 18 minutes, somewhere, a new name is added to this waiting list. So you can imagine how many people are actually awaiting a transplant. There are lakhs and lakhs of people who need a transplant to this date. Now, people on the wait list awaiting transplants may have to wait for a period ranging from 6 months to 4 years. Imagine living with failed organs for 4 long years. A person on dialysis may still survive for that long. But what if a person needs a heart or a liver? They may lose their lives waiting for an organ. A single donor can save as many as 9 lives. We have the power to save as many as 9 lives by deciding to donate our organs and tissues. This is a rough picture of need versus availability of organ donors in India annually. We need around 2 lakh kidneys per year, but the availability is just 5,000. Around 1 lakh livers are needed, and the availability of donors is just 708. 50,000 hearts are needed, but the availability of donors is just 339. Around 1 lakh corneas are needed, and only 25,000 are donated. As you can see, there is a huge gap between the demand and supply of organs. The demand is much more, and the supply is very, very low. The availability of donors is very, very low. This is the current situation of organ donation in India. So what is organ donation? Organ donation is the harvesting of an individual's organs after he or she dies for the purpose of transplanting them into another person. The person who gives the organs is called a donor, while the person who receives the organ is called a recipient. Excuse me. There are various organs and tissues in our body which can be used for donation. Organs such as heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, intestine, pancreas, and tissues such as corneas, veins, heart valves, bones, tendons, skin, ligaments, etc. If a person decides to donate their organs, they can save as many as 9 lives, and if he decides to donate
मैम शायद डिस्टर्बेंस आ रहा है मैम. हेलो भावना मैम, डिस्टर्बेंस आ रहा है शायद.
Yes, Bhavna ma'am, voice may be there, network issues maybe, sir. Maulik sir.
यहाँ मैम मैंने उनको बताया,
हाँ सर।
वो कुछ, हाँ पिक्चर स्टॉप हो गया, वो मैंने देखा, उनका ऑडियो भी नहीं आ रहा है।
हाँ हाँ सर, नो प्रॉब्लम
मैं
सर।
उनको मैसेज कन्वे करता हूँ व्हाट्सएप से, चलिए मैम, है ना मैम?
ओके
यस
सर,
मैम।
ओके।
Have the power to give new lease of life. You all must have heard about a mother donating a kidney to her son or daughter, a husband donating a kidney to his wife. That is living donation. When a living person decides to donate one of their organs to save somebody's life, it is called living donation. We have 2 kidneys in our body, so we can donate 1 kidney while we are alive. A part of liver can also be donated when a person is alive, because liver is the only organ in our body which regrows itself. A part of pancreas and a part of lung can also be donated when a person is alive. These organs can be donated only to the blood relatives according to the Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994. Cadaver donation. Organs donated after death of a person is called cadaver donation. Now, so many people die each day. Even if 1% of them decide to donate their organs, organ shortage could be wiped out to quite a certain extent, isn't it? But that is not happening because organs can be donated only in case of brain death. Tissues can be donated after cardiac death also, but organ donation is possible only in case of brain death. What is brain death? Brainstem death is an irreversible situation which results from a severe accidental head injury, brain hemorrhage, or stroke. All areas of brain are damaged and no longer function, due to which a person cannot sustain his or her own life, but vital body functions may be maintained by an artificial support system. So when you see a brain dead person, such a person is found in an ICU of a hospital connected to a ventilator. The person is actually dead, but his heart is still beating, the lungs are still breathing, chest is rising and falling, pulse is visible. So in this case, since the organs are still in working condition, they can be used for transplantation. The ventilator maintains circulation to vital organs long enough to facilitate organ donation. I would request all of you to please mute yourselves.
जैसे सोचे है वैसा तो नहीं मेरा भाई, मेरा खाना खाना फुल कड़क होए भाई, चंपर पारों में बर्फ होए भाई, और शिमला का वादी में बर्फ होए भाई, जब से टुम्पा है केस्टों का साथ में।
I would request everybody to please mute themselves so that we can carry on the presentation. The ventilator maintains circulation to vital organs long enough to facilitate organ donation. People who experience brain death can also donate tissues. Now, when we talk about brain death, people often confuse brain death with coma. But coma and brain death are 2 different situations. Coma is a state of deep unconsciousness, while brain death is an irreversible condition. In coma, the brain still functions and the person is alive, while in case of brain death, the brain stops functioning completely. Coma happens because the brain is injured in some way, while brain death happens due to accidental head injury, hemorrhage, or stroke. In coma, there are chances of recovery. A person may or may not recover from coma, and therefore organ donation is not possible in case of coma. While in case of brain death, there are no chances of recovery because it's an irreversible condition. Therefore, organ donation is possible in case of brain death. Now, we all saw which all organs can be donated and in which situation they can be donated. But when must these organs be removed? Organs must be removed as soon as possible after the determination of brain death, while circulation is being maintained artificially. So the body is being maintained artificially, the body is functioning artificially with the help of ventilator and drugs, and therefore it can collapse anytime. Therefore, after being declared brain death, organs should be donated as soon as possible. Similarly, organs should also be transplanted as soon as possible because organs cannot be preserved. If I talk about kidneys, after being retrieved from the body, they should be transplanted within 48 hours. Liver should be transplanted within 12 hours, and heart and lungs should be transplanted within 4 to 6 hours. So this is the time period within which these organs should be transplanted. We've heard about eye bank, bone bank, skin bank, blood bank. But there are no organ banks because organs cannot be preserved. So they should be retrieved and transplanted as soon as possible after determination of brain death. Eyes must be removed within 6 hours after death, and tissues may be removed within 12 to 24 hours. In the past, there have been instances where illegal trading of organs has taken place. Organs were bought and sold. Poor people were exploited, their kidneys were removed without their knowledge. To stop that, to curb that, government has formed a law which is called Transplantation of Human Organs Act, which was passed in 1994. This act provides for the regulation of removal, storage, and transplantation of human organs for therapeutic purposes and for the prevention of commercial dealings in human organs. There are 4 main points of this act. First, brain death is legalized as death. Brain death is legally considered as death, and therefore organ donation is possible in case of brain death. Trading of organs is illegal and punishable offense. Anybody who's found buying or selling organs is punishable by law, because it is a criminal offense. Living donation can be done only to blood relatives, that is mother, father, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, husband, wife, son, and daughter. Husband and wife are not blood relatives, but they are emotionally related. Therefore, living donation is possible amongst them. Now, suppose if I need a kidney and none of my family members are compatible to donate a kidney to me. The waiting time is 4 long years, but the doctor says I cannot wait for that long for a cadaver donor. Now, one of my friends is ready to donate a kidney to me, but my friend is not my blood relative. So what do I do? Do I die waiting for an organ? In such cases, the government has formed an authorization committee. This authorization committee verifies that my friend is giving an organ to me purely on humanitarian grounds and that there is no commercial transaction taking place between us. Only once this is verified and an approval is obtained from the authorization committee, living donation to unrelated people also becomes possible. People have a lot of myths and misconceptions when it comes to organ donation. The most common myth that we have heard is, if I donate my eyes in this birth, I'll be born blind in my next birth. I'm sure a lot of you must have heard about it, but I seriously hope none of you believes in it, because that is not true. What if I donate my heart? Will I be born without a heart in my next birth? Not possible, right? So it is just a myth and it should not stop you from donating your organs. Once I sign up, I will not get appropriate medical care in case of an accident. The doctors who are treating a patient and the doctors who are involved in transplant are 2 separate teams. Besides, the doctors, when treating a patient, make all the efforts to save a person's life. Only once all the efforts have been exhausted, only then organ donation comes into the picture. So it is not true that if you sign up for organ donation, your life will not be saved and your organs will be taken away. My religion does not permit it. There is no religion in this world which says no to helping others. There is no religion in this world which says no to saving lives. Therefore, there is no religion in this world which says no to organ donation. I'm too old to donate. There is no age limit for organ donation. Recently, a 92-year-old gentleman from Delhi donated his organs, and a baby as young as 40 days old has also become an organ donor. So as you can see, there's no age limit for organ donation. Anybody and everybody can become an organ donor at any point of time in their life. It all depends upon the medical condition at that point of time. A person with prevailing medical conditions like diabetes and blood pressure can also become an organ donor. The doctor will decide depending upon the condition of the organs. If the organs are in good working condition, they can be used for donation. All my organs will be taken away even if I specify only one. That is also not true. Only those organs for which the family has given consent are retrieved. My body will be disfigured post-death. Once the organs are retrieved from the body is surgically stitched and respectfully returned to the family. Even in case of eye donation, a proper bandage is placed over the eyes so that the body does not look disfigured. My family will be charged for organ donation. There are no charges for organ donation. The donor family only has to bear the cost of the procedure or the surgery that has been carried out prior to organ donation. Similarly, the recipient family also gets the organ free of cost. They have to bear the cost of only the transplant surgery. My organs will go only to the rich people. Whenever a donor organ is available, it is allocated according to the priority and compatibility in the waiting list. It is not true that anybody can pay more money and skip the waiting line and they'll be given the organ before others. That is not true. Organs are always allocated according to the priority and compatibility in the waiting list. There can't be too many people needing organs. As we saw in the first few slides, every 18 minutes a new name is added to the transplant waiting list. So there are lakhs and lakhs of people who are actually awaiting a transplant. How can you become a donor? After listening to this presentation, if you are motivated to pledge for organ donation, I would request all of you to visit our website www.shatayu.org.in. There is a registration form available on the website. Once you fill up the registration form, we'll give you a donor card which looks like this. Carry your donor card along with you at all times, and most importantly, communicate and inform your family your wish to become an organ and tissue donor. Why is it important to inform your family? Is because according to the law of our country, family's consent is a must at the time of donation. So even if you have filled up the pledge form and if your family refuses at that point of time, organ donation will not happen. Besides, if your family is aware in advance, it becomes easier for them to take a decision at that point of time and honor your last wishes. Shatayu's role is to create awareness, to coordinate the process of organ donation, and also facilitate organ donation. This is the entire process of organ and tissue donation in a nutshell. A general surgeon or neurosurgeon identifies a potential brain-dead person in the ICU, post which the transplant coordinators are informed. These transplant coordinators do grief counseling of the bereaved family to get consent. Once the consent is obtained, it is documented. In medico-legal cases, that is in cases of accident, no objection certificate is taken from police and forensic department. Brain-dead certification committee is formed. This committee conducts a series of tests to rule out any survival. This committee conducts tests twice at an interval of 6 hours in case of an adult and 12 hours in case of a child. The donor is then certified brain dead and maintained on life support. Donor is then shifted to operation theatre for organ assessment. The waitlist recipients, 5 for each donor organ, are called to submit their samples for match. The best match is then taken for transplant. These are a few glimpses of the awareness activities that we have been carrying out since over the past few years. We organized an organ donation run, which was one of its kind in Gujarat. Around 4,000 people participated in the run and supported this cause. They also came forward to pledge for organ donation. A few more pictures from the run. We also work in close contact with the hospitals, where we train the hospital administrators, nursing staff, ICU staff, physicians, intensivists, anesthetists, etc. because these are the people who are in close contact with the potential brain-dead donors. If they are aware about the cause, they can counsel the family and convert them into actual donors. We also put up our posters and brochures in the hospital so that more and more people are made aware about this cause. A few hospitals where we have carried out these programs. Shatayu has also launched India's first comic book on organ donation. We have distributed more than 1.5 lakh copies in various schools in Ahmedabad. We wanted to educate the school students about the cause of organ donation, so we developed a story and formed it into a comic book. Not only the school students were made aware, but even their parents came forward to pledge for organ donation. We also do activities in colleges so that more and more students are educated about this cause. Shatayu was also presented an award for the best NGO for organ donation awareness by the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Vijay Rupani at the Gujarat Economic Forum Awards. Impact created by Shatayu. Shatayu has created an online registry to pledge for organ and tissue donation. We have trained more than 30 transplant coordinators by organizing for the first time in Gujarat the Transplant Coordinators Workshop. We also work in coordination with the state government to pass favorable legislations to help the diseased organ donation program. We have been creating mass awareness since past 12 years in the entire state of Gujarat using visual media through rallies, exhibitions, talks, presentations in clubs, colleges, schools, corporates, etc. Shatayu has secured a place in Rimka Book of Records for the largest bike rally for organ donation awareness. More than 70,000 people have pledged for organ donation with us. There has also been a considerable increase in the number of eye donations due to awareness campaigns by Shatayu. More than 1 crore people have been reached through outreach and education. These are a few success stories of Shatayu. These are people who unfortunately lost their lives due to brain death. Their family made the brave decision of donating their organs. They saved around 9 lives. They saved around 9 lives by donating their organs: kidneys, eyes, liver, lungs, heart, etc. With this, I end my presentation. I would request all of you to follow us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For more information, please visit our website, www.shatayu.org.in. Shatayu also maintains a 24-hour helpline number, 07966189000. If you need any more information, or in future, if you know any brain dead person whose family is willing to donate organs, you can call us on this helpline number. Even though our organization is based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, we are connected to all the transplant hospitals and NGOs across the country. So even if somebody calls us from some other state, we can coordinate them to the nearest transplant hospital. I would now request all of you, if you have any queries, please feel free to ask me now. Anybody has any queries can ask me now.
Hello students, do you have any queries regarding this organ donation awareness webinar? You can ask to the madam. Okay, no problem, madam. Thank you for the highlighting this wonderful awareness regarding the organ donation. And if any, we will be encouraging students regarding filling that online form after getting the consent from their parents. So we'll get, that is a honorable support you ought to do for the society. Thank you so much from the Sri Dhanvantri Pharmacy College. Thank you for being with us, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Same to you.